Gaza, Liz, and Sherman. How does this Bilby? How does it like operate on this rough desert, hill terrain over these dunes? Are you like booking it, and we get like 6 inches of air, and then it like thuds down, and the wheels go all the way back up in the well? Are you like?
No, so I'm going pretty fast, right? Because I'm a good driver. That's what I do.
Yeah, you're a driver.
But the thing is, the Bilby is so well built, like frame wise. The outside of it looks like shit because that doesn't really matter because all that matters is the frame. So what actually happens is when I go over or when there's like a hole, or when I go over a razorback or something like that, what actually happens is the wheels will come down to meet the ground like super quickly. So it's actually a fairly smooth ride, all things considered. Like looks can be extremely deceiving, but the Bilby is well built and it's designed for going fast over rough terrain.
All right, cool. Um, yeah, you see the plumes of orange dust. Like you're gonna intercept with them fairly shortly. What do you want
Yeah.
to do?
Is there a way that I could retroactively go back and size up the situation from the mosquito?
I think that as you come over a hill right now, you could size up the situation. Like you see them approaching. If you wanted to do that.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
I'll size it up.
So you're reading a situation, and it's pretty charged right now because they saw your dust cloud approaching. So
Yeah, I'm gonna size it up. So hang on, what is that
sharp,
actual?
roll plus sharp.
Okay, just roll plus sharp. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep, and we'll figure it out from there.
I will very likely be doing the same roll soon as well, just so you know, Arthur.
Okay.
I'm would also be sizing up a situation if I'm basically since it's such a smooth ride, I'm actually going to
You're gonna be like,
change.
what the fuck? This is super weird. Why is it doing this?
Yeah, I was planning on standing on top of the car and like hanging onto the gun and being like, "Woo!"
Yeah, I figure that's what's happening, right? Like he's going super fast. There's some bumpy action. You're up there on the machine gun. Maybe like the first scene when we cut back is you like cocking back the charging handle or whatever they call it on the machine gun.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Okay, here's how it works. Actually, the cab of the Bilby,
Yep.
smoothest ride ever.
Everything else.
Everything
It like
else, is just
it like floats as everything else just
Yeah,
like,
of course. It's got a
smashes around.
gyroscope balancing it.
Hey man, yeah, I gotta be comfortable when I drive the Bilby, man.
So Sherman Williams, like workbench
that's why
tool
riding-
is equipped
riding
with the same thing. So
Yeah.
like literally the entire workshop is doing the same thing except for him.
So like the thing is though, like that's why riding shotgun in the Bilby is like such a prized thing, right?
You
Because
literally
it's-
get bruised otherwise.
yeah, because it's the smoothest goddamn ride you could ever imagine, and Gaza holds that above everyone. So it's
Can
like,
I
hey,
can I like throw in here that this is being generated by some sort of weird high tech stuff that no one really understands? Like there's just a device underneath your guys' seat, and it causes your cab to not bounce around, but no one understands how it works or why. Is that something we
Okay.
can throw in here?
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, is it as a driver? Would I have an understanding of it, or
Nope.
like?
No, like it's a box. You installed it.
Oh,
keeps-
more than
Is it
likely
like the
Sherman
Simpsons
It's like a
trucker
it's like a
boxes?
stabilizer.
Is
It's
that
a
what
black
this
box.
is?
You just don't know what it does.
So I turn it on and I can sit on the bonnet of the thing and it drives the car for me, Simpsons style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what that is? Like all the truckers know about this secret, but no one else does.
You get to ask 3 questions, Gaza, from the Rhea
Three
situation.
questions. Okay. What is their intention? Oh wait, no, wait. I don't actually.
It's
know
from the
this.
list.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta find it.
The technology of the
Wait,
ancients.
what page is that on? Sorry. Oh
Uh,
wait, you'd have it in Roll20, right?
yeah, it's in basic moves.
Yeah.
I'll pull that up. God, it's so small.
Yeah, it's
All right.
great.
What should I be on the lookout for?
What should I be on the lookout for? As you're looking in, you notice that in that Shelby, in the back seat, there's some someone who has the white powdered wig but no shark fin yet. But they have a very, very long-barreled anti-material sniper rifle with a gigantic scope on it. And it's pointed in your direction. And it's pretty clear that this thing could probably punch through the front glass and kill you if you make any wrong move.
Okay. What's my enemy's true position? I don't really understand what that
What's
one is.
nice is how open-ended that is.
Yeah.
As you look closely on the situation, you notice that the side of that Shelby has the writing, "The Lord has set us to work. All slaves shall be rendered into chains."
So they're slavers then?
It would seem so.
Alright,
Or they're like a cookie company with a really bad slogan, maybe.
alright, yeah.
Really bad.
Alright, who's in control here?
The guy that's on the second motorcycle, that's Hammerhead. He's in control. He's huge. He's basically Vin Diesel, but with a white powdered wig.
So I pull out the UHF radio and I squawk into it up to the machine gun nest, and I'm like, "Hey, Liz, you see that second motorcycle there?"
Is the machine gun nest on the cab or on the?
It's above the cab.
It's above,
Above the cab.
But it has basically I have intercom throughout Bilby, I guess.
Maybe that short range ham radio you've got is you're using that as an intercom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Trucker 1-5, calling the cab. Calling the cab.
I like.
This is
stop
gonna hurt.
Stop standing up and pretend I'm surfing and sit down and like. Oh, yeah. Am I supposed to shoot him now?
Just train your piece on that one there. Also, you see the Shelby? It's got a pretty big piece on it itself. We should be careful.
Ooh. Will do, boss.
All right, what do you guys do now?
Now, how would they have their own UHF or something like that we can contact? Like, can we flag them?
It's pretty rare. They
Okay.
could.
All right. How would if I said if I had a megaphone?
Yeah, that's
Alright.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's not a megaphone. Maybe it's just like literally a voice cone. You know, like a speaking cone.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they might use it at a rally, prep rally.
So I
So is what's happening here? You guys are literally gonna like pull up to each other and stop, and then like yell at each other.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it takes a while for the Bilby to actually stop. So,
So
We
they're
probably
sitting there on their
roll in the middle.
motorcycles. They've like put the kickstand out. The Shelby, the guy with the sniper rifle, has it like out the moonroof.
yeah.
And they're just sitting there, and one of them puts their glasses on, their sunglasses, and like starts spitting tobacco out, and the other one is just like shaking his head like, "Fucking rookie." As your vehicle comes to a very slow, like air brake compression squealing halt,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then it like shakes there for a second. Okay.
Arthur, can I open my mind to the psychic world?
Oh yeah, you're gonna open your brain to the world psychic maelstrom, huh?
Yeah, see if there's something new and interesting I can learn about this situation before we actually open our mouths.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. There we go.
Okay. So you connect once more, and you hear the voice in your mind asking you for your authentication key, and it allows you to begin querying the system, and like visions start popping into your head, and it's like you're looking at the Bilby from someone else's perspective, and you hear someone in the back say, "Bear, it's time. We're gonna become real men now. We're gonna become real men. And you have the perspective look back, and you're looking at your brother Veldspar, who's in the back seat of the Shelby with that gigantic sniper rifle. And he gives Bear a thumbs up, the perspective you're looking from, and he's like, well, son of a bitch. I think with these guys, maybe we'll have a chance finally. And then, let me ask you a question now, as the Maelstrom takes some information from you.
Yep.
How do you feel about your brothers ever since that incident?
I feel my character feels like just a tremendous amount of like resentment, and it's gotten to the point where it's almost become like a poison. Like it just eats away at him, like all of those years that he kind of endured them, so to speak. And he wants to hurt them in any way that he possibly can. And at this point, he probably cares less about the sharks than his brothers, or half brothers, rather. I should point out.
Excellent.
Yeah, because that's better.
Yeah. All right. So, Gaza, as they stop, one man steps out of the Shelby in the driver's seat, and he's wearing a revolver in like a shoulder holster. It looks like this gigantic magnum piece. Like, it's so big, you think it could possibly be using 7.62 ammo. Like, just ridiculously oversized pistol. One of the men on
other smaller pistols.
So it's basically the gun from Blade Runner.
Yeah. Hammerhead, who's on his bike, is like calling over to you. He's like, "What do you want over there, you son of a bitch? Get your god's dang RV out of my way."
I just sit there for a little bit, and I kick the tape deck to try and make it stop playing that fucking song. Yeah, and then I lean out of the window. I speak into like the little. I guess it's like a traffic cone or something like that to amplify my.
Wow,
voice.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like. What was the fucking father's name? Did we, like,
Son's dad. That's all you know. His name is Son's dad.
It's like, g'day there. Listen,
Mr. Oldman, I thought. No.
we have a bit of a problem with you shark fellas, eh? You got someone? We want to get him back. Also, we have a whatchamacallit for a watcher thingy that we need to get back from you too. Yeah, if you could stop being such loose cunts and give it back to us, that would be fucking great.
So, the man on the front motorcycle steps off. He's like wearing leather assless chaps and then blue jeans underneath.
Yeah.
Got a huge leather bicycle motorcycle, and there's a tattoo in the web of his thumb and forefinger that says 1/2. And he looks like he could be in ZZ Top. But on top of the giant beard, he's still got his poofy British magistrate wig, and he's strapped with a grenade launcher, and he's like holding it downward in like patrol position and approaches, and he walks forward, and Gaza, he says to you, "The Lord has given unto us the indigenous peoples of this land. Why would you interfere with the work of Jesus of Nazareth?"
Was Son an Aboriginal?
Son's dad is.
So these guys specifically enslaved the Aboriginal, like the indigenous people. Is that right?
Yep.
And okay.
Not necessarily slave. What you know of them is that they capture Aboriginal people and then Aboriginal males and then chop their balls off.
Okay. So Sherman Williams is probably going to step out of the car at this particular.
Okay, you step out the back. When
Yep.
you do, that sniper rifle ships to your position, and the Shelby starts rocking a little bit as the guy in the back seat is like saying something muffled to Bear who's outside. What are you doing?
I look at the Shelby and give him a big old smile.
Yeah, you see your brother Feldspar outside.
I wave
Bear and Feldspar, like they're
as
both
I'm
out of
walking
the car
over
now.
to walking over to the leader. Yep. And I get over to the leader. What was his name again?
The leader's name is Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
The
That's
one
right.
who's trying to preach at you guys, his name is Mako.
The one that's trying to what? Us?
Preach at you? He's trying to preach at you.
Preach at us is Mako.
He's saying the words.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm probably talking to Mako at this point. He's kind of the emissary or liaison or whatever. He's the guy out front, right?
Yep.
Okay.
As you approach Mako, he pulls out a small book and is like saying something towards you. And as you get closer to him, he says, "However, you may purchase male slaves from among the foreigners who live among you. You may also purchase the children of such resident foreigners, including those who have been born on your land. You may treat them as your property, passing them on to your children as permanent inheritance." Leviticus 25. Do you know it, son?
I know it quite well, actually. And that's
Have
actually
you been
what I wanted to talk to
baptized
you
in the
about.
blood of Christ?
I've been baptized in the blood of the world, as it were.
As you say that, Bear and Feldspar come up behind Mako, and they like each put a hand on his shoulder, and Bear's like, "Hey, Sherman! Man, we've been looking everywhere for you." And Feldspar's like, just hoists his gigantic anti-material rifle. Like, "Sup, bro?
That's a mighty fine piece you got there. Who'd you steal it off?
Wow, nobody that's gonna need it." And Bear's like, "Sherman, where have you been, man?
Oh, here and there, you see.
We've been looking for you for years.
I know.
Mom's dead, you know."
I'm not surprised. I did not expect her to survive the syphilis as long as she did.
"Her last wish was that we find you and bring you home, boy. It's good to see you."
I'm sure it is. Maybe not so much anymore, however. I have a few words I'd like to share with Mako here. If you wouldn't mind skedaddling back to that little wreck you got there.
So when you say that, Bear's kind of upset. He's like, "What the hell? Just come back with us, man. Listen, we'll ice these dudes if you want us to." Seems like you're in a bit of... Like, as he says that, he pulls out his hand cannon and just cocks it and puts it to the side of Mako's head, and Mako, like, turns and his eyes widen a little bit. And Bear's like, "Come on, man. Just come on with us."
That's a mighty fine piece you got there. I do like it. May I see it?
I start shouting, "Do it! Do it! Do it!"
Yeah, he uncocks it and hands it over to you. I guess he, like, tosses it over to you and, pulls out a knife and puts it at Mako's kidneys.
Uh-huh.
Wait, why are they holding Mako hostage? I'm confused now.
So these are actually Sherman Williams' brothers who have been sent to bring him home.
Yeah, and for some reason they're riding with the white sharks.
Great whites.
The great whites, yeah. So they're openly threatening Mako at this point. Is that right?
Hammerhead's is shifting on his bike in the back, but he's actually got his arms crossed and looking a little smug.
Why the fuck do we care about Mako? Let him blow his head off or whatever.
Don't really care about Mako.
Mako's
But
just caught
I
in the
bet
middle of
Mako
this.
cares about Mako.
Yeah, like, as you guys are talking about that, Mako was like, "The Lord shall protect me, for I am a righteous man. I have sheathed myself in the armor of faith."
Put it to the test.
I'd be real interested to see how that goes for you.
Yeah, like, as you say that, he gets a bit paler. At that point, Hammerhead starts shifting with his grenade launcher in the back. He's like, "You boys want to tell us what's going on here?"
Can I read a person here?
Which person are you reading?
Probably Hammerhead.
Okay.
Since he seems to be the guy in charge.
Yeah, Hammerhead leans in towards you, and you like lock eyes with him. Go ahead. Read
All
that
right.
person.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. Was not expecting
Okay,
that.
well,
It's not
fucking-
even a good stat for me.
Okay, ask 3 questions.
Okay, so read a person.
We gotta walk down to electric
What does
avenue.
your character wish I'd do?
What does Hammerhead wish you'd do? Hammerhead wishes you'd get back inside your Bilby and drive the fuck off and never bother him again.
Okay. What's your character really feeling? And I'm probably specifically scoping it to this particular display here.
Yeah, he's a little concerned, and by a little I mean a lot. Like he's getting ready to just start shooting everybody at this point.
Okay. And how can I get your character to enslave my 3 brothers?
Well, enslaving the 3rd brother would be kind of hard because he doesn't know where they are.
Oh, it's only 2 of them here?
Yeah, it would be nearly impossible since he doesn't enslave anyone who's not Aboriginal.
Aha. Okay.
So how could you get him to do it?
Because their parentage is of dubious question. They're born to abhor.
Oh, yeah, I suppose if you were to reveal that information, that could cause some issues.
Yeah.
Wait,
all right.
do you hate your brothers or something? Like, what's
Oh
going on?
yeah, I despise them.
Okay, because that wasn't
go-
really clear.
Should be now.
Hey, Arthur.
If you go read the
Could I-
backstory that I wrote, you prove
I
it.
read it. I read
Yeah.
it. Bit of a wall there.
It was a wall of text. I apologize for that.
All
But
right,
anyway,
Liz,
so-
what are you doing?
Is there any way for me to look at his 2 brothers? I don't really know them, but I really, really want them to start violence against each other because it would be incredibly fun.
That sounds pretty hard.
No, I mean, again, I want him to stab Mako.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how are you going to do it?
Basically, can
Introduce him.
I sort of look at the guy and get
Which
any
guy?
sort of I don't know which brother is holding the knife.
Bear is holding the knife. Feldspar
Bear's-
has the sniper rifle.
the anti-material rifle that can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. And it has the
Yeah.
scope.
It has the scope. Yeah, I want that one. Makes a lot of noise. No, I'm sort of looking for. I don't really know these 2 guys. They like their brother. I'm trying to like. I want
So,
to try
no-
and.
They
read them.
seem really friendly with Sherman, and they've been calling him brother.
Yeah, but you
I-
probably noticed Sherman's got that kind of crazy look in his eye.
So nothing's different.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'd like to try and get a. I don't know Sherman that well, and I'm not entirely certain. I don't actually know that he hates his brothers. I think what my character would probably do is simply say, "Do it, shank them, and you can come back with us in the Bilby," and flash him a real friendly smile. We'll have some good times.
All right. You're definitely seducing, so why don't you go ahead and roll that plus
Oh, that's
hot.
what that is?
Yeah. When you
Well, seducing or manipulating. Sort of at both, I suppose.
I don't know. I think
You're
part of that
definitely-
was pretty explicit.
yeah.
You're like, you
invited
can
him
ride
to
in the back with me. Oh, fuck, lols.
They're like, is that a woman? I can't tell from this distance. It's like, I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, that's not going to go well.
Oh, man. So many good things to have happen here. Yeah, I mean, you start trying to antagonize them, and Feldspar's just like, why don't you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to talk to my brother, and then he shoots his rifle and hits the the machine gun that you have that's on your turret and completely wrecks the feeding mechanism.
I'm going to go hard right now.
Okay. What are you doing that's going hard?
I hope you're ready to dodge.
Are you
Shaman.
what are you doing? Are
is-
you seizing by force something?
Yeah, I'm going to just Well, one of the things that the Bilby can do is it builds up inertia so that I can start moving quickly if I need to.
Okay.
Which is why I slow down so slowly, so that I can build up the inertia in the air brakes.
Okay.
So that I can do the opposite here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ram them with the Bilby.
So you have to designate something that you're seizing by force. So what is it?
Their lives with the front of the car.
Like whose lives? Because
There's like 3 people there.
yeah,
The guy
Sherman
that
Williams
just
is out
shot the
there.
Bilby.
I mean, if
Whoever
you're
that
if you're trying to hit everybody in that area, you're gonna hit Sherman because he's out there talking to his brothers.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right, cool. Go ahead and seize by force. Yeah,
Hope
roll
you're ready
hard.
to dodge, man. Because
No, stop, you fool! I'm too interesting to die.
Before you roll this,
would that count
Sherman,
as a
do you want to
manipulation?
interfere?
What's that?
Sherman, do you want to interfere in this roll?
So
Aid or interfere?
Am I allowed to shout and try to get him to stop with the manipulation roll?
I don't know, because I mean he is making his move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your options here are like talk to him about it real quick, and then decide whether you want to aid or interfere if he still goes through with it.
Okay.
I don't know that you have time to make a move.
Okay. I have shouted, "Stop, you fool! I'm too interesting to die."
What does that do?
Probably nothing.
It's not a move. He's literally telling you, "Stop! No, I'm too interesting to
My
die."
PC, no.
Yeah.
So okay, if I'm reading the book here, you impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy. It's what I'm going with.
Well,
here.
we still have to figure out if Sherman is going to be helping you do this, hindering you in this, or just letting it happen.
Considering that you are literally running me over right now, I am not going to be helping.
Are you interfering?
I am definitely interfering.
Okay, roll your hex with.
They just
Gaza.
shot the fucking car, man. Like,
You don't have to run us. You have plenty of options to
a shotgun or a grenade launcher, or I shoot them with them, or I get Liz to shoot them, or I ram.
I'm about to shoot them. Don't you worry about that.
But that machine gun's not working.
Yeah, machine guns down.
See, that's a crock of shit. They didn't even roll for that.
They don't have to.
That's a hard roll.
Yeah, I don't roll at all in this game.
That's okay. You just said the
Well,
feeding mechanism.
if you're gonna interfere, then
You can
Yeah.
load one.
Roll your
I have
hex.
to roll a little better. So.
Yeah, let's do it, Sherman.
Oh shit.
Nope. No. You don't interfere at all. And in fact, in the process, Mako gets out his grenade launcher and puts it in your stomach. So here's the situation. Like, Gaz is revving the truck up. It starts lurching forward. Veldspar and Bear are like, what the fuck? And in slow motion, he's just got Mako's got the grenade launcher pointed at your stomach, Sherman.
Yep.
And he's just like, try me. The Lord saith. Gaza, why don't you seize by force the lives of the people you're about to run over?
Oh wait, wouldn't this be a go aggro?
No, because that's an interesting question. Would it be go aggro?
Because I'm literally running them over here, so like.
Well, going aggro is one-sided conflict. So
There's only
if
one
you
side.
fail at this, someone is going to shoot you.
What? Explain to me the difference between seize by force and go aggro. Then.
Okay, going aggro is one-sided. Going aggro would have been
If I started
Liz.
slapping Mimi around.
No, going aggro would have been Liz like threatening to shoot Hammerhead when he wasn't doing anything, when he was just sitting on his bike, and being like, "If you move, I'm going to shoot you." And then if he moved, that would be forcing the hand and causing him to like get shot or whatever. Seized by force is like you're rushing this guy. he has a grenade launcher. The brothers have a giant fuck-off hand cannon and a sniper rifle. And I don't know what Sherman's going to do, but he probably does not want to get run over either. So there are pretty serious consequences that could happen.